Hello, Honors Algebra. Mr. Lawrence here with your flipped lesson for the day. Remember, this will be a real brief one. The first problem is a mixture problem. A mad scientist needs to make us 50 milliliters of a solution that is 25% acid. Unfortunately, he only has 2 bottles of acid. The acid store was closed, and he couldn't get any more acid. But for his diabolical plot, he needed 50 milliliters of 25% acid. The 2 bottles of acid he has on the shelf are 20% acid and 40% acid. So he figures he's going to mix them together. How many milliliters should he mix from each bottle to make 50 milliliters of a 25% acid solution? All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause it. When I want you to try to solve it on your own, and when you're ready, you can unpause it. I'll give you a hint. You probably want to start by making a table. Okay, if you've unpaused, now you're ready to see part of the solution. I'll just show you my table. There it is. I have the 20% column, a 40% column, and a 25% column. I have milliliters, decimal, and the milliliters of acid. I fill in X for the unknown amount of the 20% bottle, Y the unknown, and together they must make 50 milliliters. My percents as decimals are 0.20, 0.40, and 0.25. And then the actual milliliters of acid, I'll take 0.20 and multiply it by the milliliters from the 20% bottle. So it'd be 0.20 times X, 0.40 times Y, and then I'll multiply 0.25 times 50. From here, it should be really easy to get the equations. If you don't have your equations yet, go ahead and pause because my equations are going to appear momentarily. X plus Y equals 50, and 0.20x plus 0.40y, and that is going to equal, let's just do a quick mental math. Multiplying by 0.25 is the same as dividing by 4, breaking it up into quarters. Dividing by 4 is the same as dividing by 2 twice. Half of 50 is 25. Half of 25, 12.5. 12.5. 0.25 times 50 is 12.5, or 12 5/10. Okay, if you've solved it and everything, you can go ahead and keep watching. If you haven't, go ahead and pause it because I am going to solve. And let me see here. I'm going to solve for X. Okay, so 0.20 times 50 minus Y plus 0.40y, and that'll equal 12.5. I'll do a little distribution right there, and that'll, let me see, that'll, 2 times 5 is 10, and then there's 2 zeros, but then there's 2 scoopies, so the answer will be 10. So I'll get 10 minus 0.20y plus 0.40y, and that'll equal 12.5. Notice I've got some like terms here. And like terms, I'll put those together, and at the same time I'll go ahead and subtract 10 from each side. I'm doing 2 steps at once. I expect you to be able to handle that. And so when I combine things, this is going to become a positive 0.20y, and that's going to become a 2.5. All right, going to divide each side by 0.20, divide by 0.20. You know, I happen to know that dividing by 0.20 is the same as dividing by a fifth, which would be the same as multiplying by 5. And I know that 25 times 5 is 125. And all I got to figure out is where the decimal point is going to go. And it looks like I am screwing myself up. So let me try another approach here. I know that's going to be part of the answer, but 2.5, oh yeah, should be 12.5 milliliters of the 40% solution. I believe that should be right. If I do 2.5 5 times, Oh, I have a mistake somewhere, don't I? Yeah, I do. Let's see here. Oh, this is 5. That's 10. No, I'm good. That's 12.5. All right. Now, if we need 50 total milliliters, I'll take 12 away from 50 and get 38. And then I got to take another half away, so it'll be 37.5 milliliters of the 20% solution. My answer makes sense because the final percentage needs to be closer to the 20 than to the 40, a lot closer. So I'm going to need a lot more of the 20% solution than I am of the 12.5% solution. All right, hopefully you're good at that. Tomorrow we'll do a quick review over some of this kind of stuff and you'll be ready for Friday's test. Okay, we've got one more sample problem for her. Hold on one second here. Okay, this time I want you to solve the system of inequalities, and hold on a second. Let me just make one little change here. I got a small mistake. There we go. All right, so you've got that system. Hopefully you pull out some graph paper and you can go ahead and solve it. And in the meantime, go ahead and pause and see my solution. Okay, if you've unpaused, you're ready to see my solution. I'm going to graph the yellow one. Got a y-intercept. Oh no, stop moving. Okay, I think I've got that fixed. There we go, y-intercept of 1. A slope of -2, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, up to back 1. And then if I draw my line, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2. Just try to make a nice long line. Now remember, I'm going to need an arrowhead on each end. And oops, come on. Oh, my computer paused. Okay, I was just about to, I'm not sure if I was recording there, but I am now. So you can see my line had a y-intercept of 1, and then I went down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. And my line, there's something wrong with my line. The inequality was a less than, not an equal to, so I need to give a broken line. Let's see if there's a better one. Well, they all look about the same. Okay, well, hopefully you can tell that they're broken. All right, now I've got to do my test point and see, should I shade which side? I like to use the origin, which is here. And sure enough, I get the statement that 0 is less than +1, and that is true, so I will shade the origin side of the line. Okay. Okay, that ought to be good. Oops. All right, now in blue, I'm in standard form, so I'm going to find my y-intercept, which is going to be 8 over 4, or 2, 1, 2. And my slope is going to be -a over b. This will be 1/2. So rise 1, run 2, rise 1, run 2, rise 1, run 2, go down 1, back 2, right? This line will be solid, right? Because it is equal to, and I'll make that line blue. And now I need to shade. I'll use 0, 0 for my test point. So I'll put 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 8. And sure enough, that is true. So I'm ready to shade below the blue line. And there you go. And you can see the green region is where they're equal to each other. Okay, and so that green region, I'll do the boundaries in black in 1 second so that you can tell where it is. Okay, so it's everything. Okay, so it's everything from here in here. That triangular wedge that goes down. Everything in between there. Okay, including the solid black line, not including the other one. All right, I said I'd keep it under 10 minutes, and I'm at 10:15, so hopefully you won't be too upset. Mr. Lawrence signing off.